You're listening to Bookmark My Words. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Sarah.
As always, if you like our podcast, episodes, channel, please like, subscribe, share. We're both on a struggle bus today, so please excuse us for our super awkwardness.
It's going to be an extra dose this episode.
It's going to be extra this episode. From our head to our toes, we are not doing well.
Literally.
Sarah's got a headache, and I may or may not have broken my toe.
Yeah, I think you probably did break it.
I think I've at least fractured my toe.
At least like a fracture.
It's fine.
But there's not really anything they can do for that.
I mean,
so
yeah, that's why we're just gonna keep going. It's fine. If you're watching us on YouTube, that's why I'm sitting this way. I've got an ice pack on it again.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I had a rough end of the week. The last 3 days at work were like WTF.
Yeah, literally for you.
Just like ended.
And that happened in like the last several hours.
Yeah,
even.
I had 3 hours to go before I started my summer break.
You gotta stop, man.
I got it.
The same foot.
Same foot. Chairs at my school, 2. Stephanie, 0.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep trying to pick fight with these chairs.
I don't know, but they're winning.
They're winning. I'm injured. Like, it was Friday the 13th, the last 3 days.
Yeah. Well, there was the full moon on Wednesday, too, so.
Oh! That explains a lot, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, or Wednesday or Thursday?
Was that the pink moon or whatever?
It was supposed to be pink, yeah, the strawberry moon.
Yeah. Everybody went out and took pictures of it. I did not.
Everybody talked about how gorgeous it was.
I couldn't
find it when I looked.
I
couldn't even find the regular moon. Like, me,
Well, there's only one moon.
Well, I know, but like, me and Andy and the kids went out, because, usually from our apartments, you can see the moon.
Yeah.
And we're, like, out there in the parking lot looking like a bunch of goobers, and we couldn't even find the moon. Like, even looking normal. No strawberry moon or regular moon.
Oh. But other than that, how was your week?
My week was good. We did that, Van Gogh experience.
Yes.
That was good.
That was good.
That was
also Wednesday.
That was Wednesday, yeah. So your Wednesday was probably not bad. But that was really cool. We did that, and then if it ever comes near anybody, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, the Van Gogh immersion experience. That's what it's called.
I could have sat in that immersion room
forever.
For a long time. For a really long time.
Yeah. And that's what, like, people are like, oh, it's not really his work of art. And I'm like, okay.
No, but it's still, like, really
cool.
Cool.
But it's really cool to watch it, like, visually.
I mean, I think it's a more affordable way for people to get to enjoy his work.
Yeah.
Because, like, let's be real, the common person isn't going to get to go see his work.
No. Someone commented on my regular Facebook post and said I guess there's one piece of artwork that's in New York, just one, and then there's another one in Detroit. Okay.
Okay. I'm not going to Detroit.
I'm not going to Detroit. I'm sorry. It's one of those places I'm not going. So sorry if you're in Detroit. I can't do it. I'm too chicken.
I'll go to Michigan, but I don't want to do Detroit.
That's like going to West Philly. I can't do it. Like, they talk about something like East St. Louis. Nope. We technically have been to East St. Louis.
I'm not picking my nose. There's a hair.
Oh, you're struggling with the hair too?
I think it's like on my
your glasses?
Glasses, maybe? So we got a cat.
Oh, yeah.
And she is a lover, and I love that, except she likes to love your face.
She don't me.
She does me. Today during my nap, she was like licking my face.
Oh, too close.
I was like, you're a cat. I didn't think cats lick. I thought that was a dog thing.
That kind of is a dog thing, but...
I think she's part dog. But she was a stray, so we saved her.
Yeah.
There's no telling what kind of fun traits she's going to have. But she's settling in well. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. The boys have headed off to their fathers for the summer. So there's that. The summer's going to get...
pretty slow now.
Yeah, really slow now.
So your summer is going to get really slow.
Yeah.
But you guys are supposed to take a trip later.
Yeah, we do have a vacation planned. It's our kind of our actual honeymoon.
Yeah.
So we're going to melt in Daytona.
Whose idea was that?
Andy's.
What's in Daytona?
Nothing. It's just a beach we've never been to.
I don't know why I was thinking Indiana. I was like, why the heck does he want to go to Indiana?
Daytona Beach.
My bad. I don't know why. And then you were like, we're going to... And I was like, yeah, like at the races? Because, Dad goes there all the time.
Yeah, but that's not Indiana. The Daytona 500 is in Florida.
Is it really? I'm so dumb.
But Dad does go to the races in Indiana all the time. I don't know what that one's called.
I'm stupid. I need to call my father.
But I know they're known for the International Speedway. Because I've been looking at stuff to do.
Happy Father's Day for those of you that are watching and listening.
Yes, happy Father's Day to any fathers
Any
out
dads.
there.
This is late, but that's fine.
What are we doing today? Because I have still not finished my book. I did finally meet the witch, though.
Oh.
Because I was beginning to think
She don't exist.
There's no witch at the Blackbird Pond.
Is that what's taking you so long?
I think so.
Is that it's not, like, right there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
There is no witch at the Black Pond. It's all a lie.
The Blackbird Pond doesn't have a witch. It's a fake title.
So we are doing, since I've noticed a lot of people have been watching or listening to the Undead Part 1. So I decided to do Undead Part 2. I was going to do the Anne Rice interview with the vampire, and as I started recapping, I was like, wow, this is kind of boring in a sense. And then of course, the TV series is so opposite.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't like the TV series because I read the book first. I didn't want to go into all that. I didn't want to start online arguments. I like the book better. I like how she wrote it. I decided to do The Undead Part 2 by R.R. Haywood. So, we do have Part 1 up, not on the YouTube channel part. There's no video to it. It's just, so Spotify, Apple Music, Audible, any of those places you listen to our podcast. So, of Part 1 of this is on there. I think it was a solo one, because I think it was the time you were getting married.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I knew I didn't really remember.
Yeah, you weren't there. It was a solo one. It's the one that I'm sitting there going, y'all just leave me. I'm dead. Just leave me in a building. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was during the
and
wedding.
you were like, this is hilarious. And I was like,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, that one was good.
It's hard to make a book review by yourself. And I was just like, shh, just leave me with the zombies and the giant skyscraper in the middle of London.
Mm-hmm.
That's this one.
Okay.
This is part 2. And this is where it really starts to get in depth with it. So, synopsis is, a deadly affection spreads across Europe. The Undead series, a terrifying account of one man's desperately struggling to survive this harrowing event day by day. Part 2, day 4 through 6. With a plan to rescue Howie's sister from London, Howie and Dave travel to Salisbury Army Training Barracks to find an armored personnel carrier that will see them safely through the densely populated and infected towns that lead to the capital. Howie takes charge of the group of young army recruits they find in the barracks and lead them into battle, killing swarms of the undead. They meet Big Chris, a former soldier who was leading a hastily erected commune in London. Joining forces, they agree to help each other out, going first for the valuable medical equipment. But the cost of rescuing Sarah may be too much. One of their own, Darren, has been turned, and it may be the end of everything in which the group has fought.
Just leave Sarah.
Just leave Sarah. No, just kidding. Sarah is Howie's sister. So a little recap from part 1. Howie is your main point of view. Also, so sorry if you hear my notes flipping. I had to write stuff down because it's 62 chapters. Because like I said, they cover through 3 days worth. So part 1 is day 1, day 2, day 3. And in Europe, everything's been infected. It's a zombie thing. They're not like the Walking Dead zombies. They're not slow unless it's daytime. So you can kind of move around during the day. The heat, something to do with the heat and the sun makes them really, really slow and stupid. At night, though, it's a whole different story. They kind of become really energetic. And they work together. And they can kind of break into buildings and stuff like that. It's pretty nuts. So, Howie goes through this first few days of survival. He's going through learning to survive in this new world. Meets a guy named Dave. Dave is a former military personnel. Never says what. You don't really know a whole lot about him except for he's like almost special forces.
Now it's all coming back.
Yeah, it's starting to slightly come back. So, yeah, and they kind of end on day 3 inside of like a police station type deal. So, pick it up in this book. I mean, it immediately, goes into, there's no days in between these. It's literally, day 3,
It's
day 4.
mush. Yeah.
So there's no pauses in these books. I think that's what I like about them. They don't sit there and go, and in weeks ago.
Yeah.
No, it's like stop, start, stop, start. Like I think the dude just sits there and just writes just constantly.
Continuously.
Just continuously.
And they're like, hey, let's make this a separate book.
Yeah. So like I said, Howie and Dave, on day 4, they leave the police station. They convince the police station people to go to, it's like a fort, I guess, from like, you know how like in America we've got all these like forts like on the coast and stuff that's now like museums.
Yeah.
I guess they do too.
Mm.
And they have some, they're like, hey, go to there. They're supposed to be like set up camps and stuff like that. So go there, take this armored vehicle. We're going to take the other armored vehicle. I mean, like, and it's like SWAT. It's not like military style. And they're like, we're going to try to get to the military base so we can get a better armored vehicle and then head to London and rescue my sister. I don't know. The whole time I was thinking this was, how are they going to get in? Because, you know, our military bases are pretty locked up.
Yeah.
So, that part I was like, well, this is nothing like real life because I would imagine zombies or not.
Like if everybody died.
But yeah, but they'd still have fences and stuff.
Yeah, but there's always a breaking point in that fence. Typically, somebody's just guarding it.
That's true.
I mean,
With the lack of manpower, it'd be
with
easier.
the lack of manpower, I would think you could just walk right on.
That's scary to think about. So, but they head to the barracks at Salisbury. I hope I'm saying that right. Their accents are so like even the guy who reads, he's got like a proper English accent.
Oh, yeah.
And then he does like different slightly they're all, I guess, kind of like in America where we've all got different accents from where we're from.
Yeah.
Some
I have heard them talk about it.
And it's like, what? You get Howie and Dave heading towards Salisbury, and then you jump to a different point of view, which is kind of cool. You jump to this point of view. It's more like third person. It's not like just one particular person. Of these recruits, these poor lads, as they keep calling them. Lads. I'm probably saying that very country.
Yeah.
Totally, like, they're super new. They're, like, been there for 3 days. Basic training. And all hell breaks loose with this zombie stuff. They're higher ups. One goes crazy and locks himself in an office and refuses to come out. And then I was like, sounds correct. The rest of them get pretty much taken out pretty quickly by zombies. And these poor recruits, the few of them that are left, are able to make their way back to the barracks. And then they kind of like just barricade themselves in and just hang out and wait for the rest of the military to come and get them. And of course, as we all know, they don't. So you kind of see that point of end of like, okay, well, what about like trained people? How are they dealing with all this? Also, not well. So let's just say
nobody is prepared.
Nobody's dealing well with the zombie apocalypse. So they kind of touch base with them, and then you get to see Sarah's point of view in London. She's doing great. She's doing great.
That's a lie.
No, she actually really is.
But I want to be in London.
So she works as like a financial officer of some sort for like this big banking company. And as a part of like her salary, she gets to live in this apartment building that's pretty close to the bank. When all this went down, she was at a bar, which just sounds terrifying to me. Like imagine being like in a really large bar.
Yeah.
And luckily, she stepped outside for a cigarette break, and they heard people inside start fighting, and they kind of walked back in, and she sees like this guy that was like pretty much like the douchebag of the office she thought he was just like starting crap and getting the crap beat out of him by another dude, and then she's like, I saw that he got bit. And she was like, oh, that's nope. And then like
that's weird.
Guy turned and bit someone else, and then the douchebag of the office got up and started biting people, and she was like, we gotta go. And
I really want to know what the cityscape of London looks like.
I know.
Listening.
And then like
I can't help it.
She and the few coworkers were able to run home, because of course, when they run outside, there's zombies attacking pedestrians out on the street. Everybody's freaking out. There's car wrecks. Imagine just like any big place going nuts. So as Sarah is fighting for her life,
Always.
trying to get to her apartment building. It then cuts to the point of view that you would never expect to see a point of view of, and that is the infection itself. And
Oh.
the infection is very intelligent. It is treated almost like a character. You learn that it is a hive mind. It's like one entity. So every time it loses a zombie, it knows. It's not just like a mindless thing. So it starts plotting.
It's kind of like Venom.
It's kind of like Venom. It starts plotting though. It does. And then we'll get back to that. Yeah, you don't like it, but it happens.
I don't like smart infections.
And then a good portion of day 5. Day 4 is mostly Howie and Dave and the barracks guys, and then it like just barely touches on Sarah being at the bar and stuff. And then it kind of gives you like a short point of view of the infection. And then day 5 is mostly Sarah trying to survive in this giant apartment building. You get to see her first interaction with zombies because obviously after you see them in the middle of the street at night, she's absolutely terrified to go out of her apartment. Luckily, their dad, Howie and Sarah's dad, were, I guess they like kind of trained them just to be like prepared.
Yeah.
So when she figured out like, hey, this is a real serious thing, she had went in like the second day when she looked out of her balcony that she was like, okay, like those are zombies down there. That means I need to like gather up all my food and preserve water. So she had went through her apartment, got anything that was edible and put it all in her kitchen. And then she went and started filling up pots and pans and just regular bowls with water because she was like, I'm eventually going to run out of water.
Yeah, because like all that stuff will stop being treated and stuff.
Yeah, so she was like, let me go ahead and start doing that. And
we couldn't do that. Our cats will be drinking out of it.
I think Milo would have to go.
Like they'd be
Milo
like,
and Butterscotch would not make it.
And just licking all the bowls.
Yeah, they would not. They wouldn't do very well.
What would you do? Release him?
I would, just because I wouldn't want him to be like entrapped somewhere. Well, I'd hang on to him as long as possible, but when it got down to like no food, and I can't share my food with Milo, he knows how to hunt. He's birds. I didn't say
he does like some birds.
He does like him some birds.
Get some birds.
I'd rather him go out there.
And leaves.
Yeah. I'd rather him go out there
Mighty hunter.
and try to make it rather than him stay in here and just.
Do you think he would really leave you though?
No. Yes. No.
I don't think he would.
Yeah,
why'd I get a pet?
Yeah, you gotta start thinking about things like that. Congratulations, pet owner. New pet owner.
She lived on the streets. I saved her from the streets, so maybe she could teach me a thing or two.
She lived on the streets.
She'll be like, Heffa, come on. This is where we need to go.
This is the water. We gotta go towards the water. Named her.
So the boys wanted to name her Caramel. And that's a hard word for Andy to say. So Andy was like, why don't we call her Butterscotch? And it just kind of stuck.
Oh, I could see that. Caramel.
Yeah.
I wondered about that when they named Butterscotch. And I thought, oh, that's really cute. Well, and I thought it was very gender neutral, too.
And then I call her Butters.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, me and Mom started calling Milo Boo, because he goes boo-hoo every time he doesn't get his way. So we call him Boo.
It's okay, Milo. That's what they called me, too, when I was little, because I boo-hooed all the time, too.
His is mostly when he wants food.
I was Boo Bear.
So anyway, back to the other Sarah. So Sarah's in her apartment trying to figure out if she can go out into the hallway or into other apartments, because she's like, if no one comes for me, I'm gonna have to eventually leave this apartment to gather food and supplies.
Yeah.
And so she talks herself up into it, and she's like, let me go at least like just down the hallway a little bit and just see what's out there. So she goes to a different floor because she's like, that way in case I stir anything up, it's not on my floor.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that makes sense. So she takes the
I
stairs.
wouldn't have thought of that.
I wouldn't have either. I was like, oh, that's smart. I'm so dumb. I would have been like, let me go right next door.
Zero survival instincts for me. Yeah, because I would have thought, let me go right next door because then I'll be right at my apartment.
Yeah, and I would have been the dummy that left my door open. I would have left my door open and so I could run inside and slam it shut and lock it. But
that's possible. That is a possibility for me.
Yeah. So she goes to a different floor, and I want to say she goes up because her train of thought, like, there was a lot of thought in this. She goes up because she was like, I can't run upstairs very fast. So if something's chasing me, I need to be able to run down. So she goes up a level.
I need to like take mental notes of all this
I
stuff.
know. I was like, if that ever happens, like, that's a good train of thought. I
I'll
don't think
die if I have to run upstairs. Just take me now, Jesus.
I got taken out by a chair. I ain't gonna make it anywhere.
There ain't no way I'm gonna be able to run up no damn stairs. I can hardly walk up some of them.
So Sarah goes to the floor up, and she gets quite a ways into the hall before she runs into one. And it's daytime, so it doesn't like come at her pretty quickly. But she does panic a little bit. She freezes up first, and then she's like, oh no. And so she just kind of darts into this unlocked apartment. And of course, she's in there and she's listening to the hallway, and then she hears something behind her, and it's another zombie.
Oh shoot.
But it's a little old lady.
Oh.
Yeah, there's also zombie babies, but we don't want to get into that.
Oh no.
But they don't kill them. They just
I mean, if they can't move, they kind of just lay there, right?
Yeah, they're
like,
kind of just
they're not crawling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he kind of goes full force with it. Which, I mean, would be realistic.
I mean, realistically, what happens to the babies? They're easy targets. I don't know why this thing keeps going off.
Good God. That's the way mine is. She's able to take out Grandma Zombie, and then she takes out...
Now, how do they take these out? Do they have to hit him in a certain place
They
or
have
anything?
to hit him in the head, and that is
Okay.
what she figures out a little bit quicker than what Howie did. Because Howie, I don't know, I guess because where he's little brother or something, he's a little bit slow. It takes him a few days. It takes her like a few hours, where she's like, okay, no, stab him in the neck or the head, and it takes him out. And she takes out pretty much 3 of them, her first encounter with any of them.
Wow.
So, and then of course she does this really cool thing with a fire hose where she starts like just blasting them away so she can get past them to get back to the stairs, to get back to her own floor. And then she kind of hides into her apartment, and she's like, okay, we're not going out there ever again. Valid reasoning. Your feelings are real.
I mean, that would sound like a good plan to me.
That's a good plan to me. Let's just never wander outside of this apartment again. But she does eventually, later in the book, she does kind of wander out. Good for her. After her zombie encounter, we jump back to Dave, Howie, and their little crew. They're heading towards London, of course. Most of the guys they saved from the barracks are like, yeah, we'll go with you. If this is everywhere, they're like, the likelihood of us making it home.
Yeah.
Because some of them are so far away, they're like,
Yeah.
1, we can't make it home. 2, if our parents and siblings and all that are still alive, hopefully they'll get someplace safe. But,
Yeah.
I mean, let's be realistic. They're like, we'd rather go with you and help you save your sister than get all the way home and find out that our parents and siblings are dead. So, he's got a crew about like 6, 7.
It's a good little group.
And they're going through like little village to little village, taking out little hordes of zombie. Dave's teaching them. You get some more point of view of the infected side, and it talks about how it infected Europe and the rest of the world, and how fast it spreads, and it's pretty fast. Rats, yeah, that's its main thing, rats. I was so grossed out by the rats. I was like, ah, I don't do rats. I don't do rats.
I don't like rats.
Mice, fine.
I don't really care for them either.
Fine. Rats, no.
They're a little beady.
So, like I said, they're going through village by village. Dave's requiring them to learn how to work as a unit, especially with close hand-to-hand combat. They're taking out little small mobs of zombies, and of course the infected can feel this, so it knows that, hey, something's taking me out slowly. Like, obviously it doesn't feel it because it's got the rest of the world infected, but it's like, what's going on? Why is this area being slowly wiped out? So the infected gets really, really mad and starts to target Howie and Dave and their group, and it learns their names. And it's slowly,
What?
yeah, it's slowly starting to become more and more intelligent. So it knows Howie's name specifically, and then
I don't like that.
it calls Dave the smaller one. I guess Dave is actually like kind of short. So either Howie's really tall or Dave is just kind of like shorter
Short.
than what
He's
you
a
would
short
expect.
king.
Yeah, so
It's It's fine, Dave.
I also kind of cracked up. So I was trying to think of ways to kind of help me remember, because I listened to this on audio about a year and a half ago. So I had Chat GBT kind of like do a breakdown of the book with character details, and I was trying to get it to do up the crew. I can't remember every guy's name, and it's called Dave, Howie's short autistic friend.
Aww.
I freaking think he's autistic. I think he's just seriously like military trained.
Right.
Since he was really young, he doesn't know how to do like certain social situations. And that is something also like this book talks about was his training, not necessarily like his childhood. That's more like in part 3, which I have read. But this one kind of talks about his military training and all the places he's been and how he's just like, how have you done this before the age of like 25? And he's just like, I've been doing it for a really long time. It's all I've ever known. So, he's like, I'm guessing he was like an orphan or something.
Oh.
That's the vibe I get. I'm assuming it's going to eventually tell.
How many books are there?
There's like, I don't know, it goes up to like day 36 or something. It's crazy. This is that one our cousin told me to read.
I thought so.
Yeah. I mean, he's like, I think there's like let me see. Now I'm curious. Because I'm like, wait a minute, how many are there? So they're on part 29.
Each part is a book?
And each part is like roughly 3 days. Wow. So I don't know what I'm assuming so.
It's a lot.
Wow. So they don't even go into detail. Like, they don't even let you read the synopsis. It just says part 29.
They're like, by that point, just freaking read it.
They're like, you either know what's going on or you don't, okay? Anyway, so the infected starts to target Howie and Dave and the crew. They're like, if we can take out this little crew, we can grow even more. So there's less hope, there's less survivors, and we can infect more people because these people have figured out how to kill us. They stop at a gas station because their armored vehicles starting to run low, and they notice this gathering of rats. And that's why I was like, ooh, I'm really freaked out by the rats. And the rats are kind of like the first wave that comes for them. And they're so... What, you okay?
You get the gas pump to go.
Oh, they got a guy that knows how to rig it.
Okay.
I guess it's like I don't, yeah. Because I thought the same thing, and they figure it out, and they get it to go.
Because, like, now it's not like the old days you just pull up and pump. Like, it's all...
Yeah, electrical.
Like, you'd have to swipe a card, and if the electric's out... Okay, sorry.
I know,
Rats.
I thought that too. But, so, they notice, like, all these big fat rats that are just, like, running around. They're like, oh, look at that rat. Because, they're like... Some of these guys are, like, 18, 19.
Oh, yeah.
Like, jarhead.
Really new boots.
Yeah, new boots. And they have that mentality. And they get trapped in the gas station along with some civilians who were hiding out there.
By the rats?
With the rats.
Oh,
and then
Lord.
slowly, as night approaches, the zombies come. So, luckily, one of the civilians was like a retired sergeant or gunner or something like that. And he was like, well, if you just give me another gun, I'll help take them out. And of course, because people are stupid, people get killed, people die. None of Howie's crew, but happens. Dave and Howie have like a bonding moment, and you figure out like their friendship's really strong. They're not gay for each other. Let me just say it that way before I say a bonding moment, and everybody's like, or they're in love. No.
Yeah, you can have a strong bond.
They're like a
and not be in
strong,
love.
like Dave really respects Howie in like a someone military ranking style. Where it's like, you protect the higher ranking person.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how Dave sees Howie as like a natural leader. So they have a moment where Howie gets in a lot of danger because he sacrifices himself to help another one of their crew and gets himself in a little bit of a bind, and then Dave saves his hide yet again, and then of course the rest of the crew kind of jump in and help, but it's not until Dave does it first. He's like a true second in command where he's like, okay, we gotta do this because we just have to. They survive the night, and then it's day 6. They help the civilians to They find a car, and they're like, you gotta go to the forts. Here again, they're telling everybody to go to the forts because of that one time when Howie heard a radio broadcasting about how there was shelter at the forts. They get them to go,
Makes sense.
and they keep moving on to London, and then that's when they run into a community that is like set up outside of London. They've kind of blocked off with like, I always think of like The Walking Dead, how, I don't want to say, like the governor
Yeah.
had like, kind of like that in Alexandria
Yeah.
and all those places, but like more enclosed and
Okay.
hastily put up. But you could tell there's like military and trained professionals everywhere, and like they won't even let them inside the fence until they talk to the big boss. They're like,
Oh.
you got to talk to Chris before you can come in. And they're like, okay, well, where's Chris? And they're like, well, not all of you can enter, just two of you. So of course Howie and Dave go. They meet Chris. Chris is former military, some type of, here again, it's not special ops, but it's some type of specialty that used to work with the special ops. And he notices Dave pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
He's like, you special ops? And Dave's kind of like, yeah. And then they start to talking about it, and Howie's like, how come you talk about it with him, not me? And he's like,
Yeah.
that's because
He understands.
he gets it, and I need something from him. He's like, I guess most military people who are like specialty trained, they don't want to brag about it, which I have heard that before. People who are actually truly trained, they don't talk about it
Yeah, now that's true.
because it's like,
You're like more special forces typically don't have
a,
as big of an ego as they
yeah, I guess it's just like I know my stuff. I don't need to prove to you that I
should.
do. And that's kind of how Dave explains it to Howie. Chris kind of has a situation where he also needs to go to London. They need medical supplies. They've got people that are like diabetic,
Oh.
and they've got some that have been injured, and they're also testing a way to like cure the virus. So they're like, we really need to get to the hospital in London where this one doctor, they saved a doctor, and they're like, we need to get his stuff. So they make a pact. They're like, but Chris is one thing. Chris is really smart. He's like, I don't care to go with you, but I've got more men and I've got more stuff. So we stop at the hospital first. Then we'll see if we can go get your sister. But we're not doing it the other way around because I'm not sacrificing more of my men just to save one person when I could save a lot of people.
I mean, that's fair.
That's
In that type
fair.
of situation, you gotta think that way.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's just, I kind of think of that as like military training, like
You gotta go for the greater,
for the greater, I don't want to say the greater good.
I think that's what they say.
I think that's what it'd be. It'd be like almost the greater, the more people you can save, the better.
Yeah.
Where they don't even know if Sarah's even alive at this point. Some things happen. One of Howie's crew gets infected, but not in the way like what you think. Because like I said, the infected is becoming more and more intelligent. So it becomes a way where it like possesses a person.
What?
So now it has like an actual body.
Oh.
Yeah. And at this point, they don't know that. They don't know that this person's walking around with the infected in him. It's not Dave, don't freak out. It's not Dave, not Howie. I will say that. I can't tell you who, but the guy's walking around right next to Howie. Some of his other,
as a secret spy.
as like a secret spy. He kind of, there's several times when they're moving through London, like once they're actually in the city, where he almost like sabotages and gets Howie and Dave killed. But they keep just, the odds just keep going in their favor. So they keep just kind of going around
Do they
it.
start like questioning this guy?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, towards the end, they kind of find out who it is and stuff, and Howie blames himself. And at day 6, it kind of ends with them getting Sarah and trying to head back. And it's such a fast-paced thing. Like they head back, and pretty much they're like, "Hey, zombies are coming," and they have to keep moving out. So they don't even get a chance to like take a break. So it ends there. I can't tell you a whole lot about day 6.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's kind of, even though it's broken up into 3 days, day 6 is kind of a turning point at that moment. Day 5 was mostly Sarah. Day 4 was mostly them getting to the barracks and getting their crew. And then it's like day 6, it's like a major development point with the infected and how it's working against Howie and Dave. And of course, this is a Halloween episode, so of course, zombies, they're gory, they're nasty. You know, you got rats coming out of the toilet to come get people. You got them talking about.
Does it leave you kind of hanging since there's so many books? Or does it kind of just
It
like
is-
the story just kind of stop and then you're like, I gotta go to the next book?
It kind of leaves you hanging. Like, it kind of wraps up, but not too.
Not like really neatly.
Yeah, not neatly. Now, in part 3, it has like a major battle towards the end, and it does kind of wrap up. Like, it wraps up, but you can tell it's going to keep going.
Right.
Like, things happen, and you're like, well, okay, there's more to the story.
Kind of like at the end of a TV series.
Yeah, where like you go in between season 1, season 2, where it's like, okay, that might be the end for those characters, but there's other characters that are going to keep going. You know, that's kind of the way. And in this one,
What grade levels?
honestly, I would say just because of the language, I can get a little vulgar sometimes and description. Like in the first one, he talked about prostitutes and like detailed about nakedness. So I'll say like 9th grade and up. I won't say too young because
that makes sense.
it got a little sexual there for a little bit. Nothing like super gross.
Not smut.
Yeah, not. No one's having sex with zombies. But
Oh.
yeah, could you imagine?
Ew, do you think that's out there?
Probably.
Zombie smut?
No.
Ew. They gotta be like, ooh, like there's so many bad things that I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah, it's probably out there.
I'm sure it is.
And it's not good.
We're not judging you, but no thank you.
She'll say it, I'm judging you. I'm judging you.
I judge thee not. See, that's another reason that book's taking me a long time. They got the old English.
Oh, good.
They're Puritans and Quakers.
Oh, good God. It's like reading the Crucible all over again. Where it's like, good Lord.
Yeah.
I played the old lady in the Crucible. I want to say, whoever the old lady was.
I don't think we acted out the Crucible.
Well, they made us.
I know we read it. We had to read it. We acted out one of the Shakespeare. Shakespeare did we act out?
I hated it. I hated every second of it. She said I had a good reading voice, so the teacher made me get up and read it.
I'm sorry. I don't like really hardly any Shakespeare, so I don't really remember what that one was. But
I liked Macbeth.
I didn't like
Mom looked at me the other day.
I don't even see. I don't even.
Sorry, sad story. So Mom the other day helped with proctoring the SATs.
Yes.
And she was in an English classroom. And apparently with the SATs, you don't have to take stuff off the walls and stuff.
Oh.
So she was going around, and they were in an English classroom, English and theater arts.
Yeah.
And she was reading some of the articles that were up on the wall, because you know you're not supposed to stay in one spot. And she said she come across an article that was on the wall that said, sorry, I absolutely just started laughing. She went, apparently, William Shakespeare hates dogs.
What?
And when you read his books, you can see it in there. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I looked it up, and apparently it's true. But I've never, like...
So is he a cat lover?
I guess so.
What did a dog ever do to him? I wonder if he's got, like, trauma.
And he's like, forget ye old dog.
See, that's the reason why I couldn't do. I could not get behind the 'twas night, I've loved her a fortnight. See, like, what's a fortnight? I don't even remember what that, it's like a long time, right? Except Taylor Swift made a song called Fortnite, and I do like that one. What? Share with the class.
So, it says that a psychologist studied and said that all insults that William Shakespeare uses in his writings are all dog related. Like slave, soulless villain dog, cutthroat dog.
I like how they've analyzed his writing and all they come up with is
he hates dogs.
He hates dogs. He had some pretty screwed up stuff in his stories, and all you've come up with is he hates dogs. Like, what's that one? Didn't someone kill a parent or something? What's the one when they killed a parent?
Geez, any of them. No, so there's
Is Macbeth the one they killed a parent?
Macbeth is where his wife kills him. There's Hamlet where he kills
Hamlet.
Hamlet kills his uncle because he believes his uncle killed his dad.
There's killing in every one of them.
Yeah, they're all dead. They're all dying. He's like the emo of his time.
Yes, yeah.
And then it goes Edgar Allan Poe.
I liked his though.
Edgar Allan Poe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Telltale Heart, right?
Yes. I like the way you're like, I like Edgar Allan Poe. Is it Telltale Heart? Yeah. Is that the one?
The Monte Cristos. Who wrote that?
I think that one might be Edgar Allan Poe.
We had to read that in school too. This one is the Cask of Amontadillo. None of that was said correctly.
Okay.
Just so everybody knows.
Monticello?
Amontadillo. I lose it at the end. Amontadillo. I want to say Amontadillo. It ends in dough, though. Look, take it. It's over there. Take it.
Amontitillo? Eldo? Okay, well, it's not dildo.
Well, I know it's not. I'm thinking of.
'Cause you're
It's the tombs. There's like tombs.
Like,
And they had like a game. There was a game. They were like chasing them.
wait, sorry. Are you talking about the Percy Jackson and the Labyrinth?
No.
That sounds a lot like Percy Jackson and the Labyrinth.
I didn't read that though.
Now you know how I feel about the moth story. Which, by the way, I found.
The Amontatildo.
Hello.
Amontatildo.
I think you're trying to pronounce. I think you're trying to pronounce that too much.
I'm trying to say too many letters. It's set in a carnival. That's not it. It was in our English book.
Okay.
He like invited people to his island.
The most dangerous game.
No.
Yeah, he invited people to and then he'd hunt down the people. Yeah, that was, and I'm a psychopath. The only reason why I know that off the top of my head is because that is the Zodiac Killer's, favorite book.
Okay, maybe am I mixing two?
I think you might be mixing two up.
Books?
It sounds like you're mixing up.
Oh, there was a book about a hound too. What was
Okay,
that book about a hound?
I don't know. That one's
Murder hound.
That one went over my head.
Okay, what do they call the thing where they used to store wine?
A wine cellar.
No!
Are you talking about where they wall a guy up in a wall? Like they're at a party and they wall a guy up?
Maybe. What's that one?
That's an Edgar Allan Poe thing, but I can't remember which one. It's not Telltale Heart because that's the one
that's where the heart is under the floorboard. This is bothering me.
What? That you can't figure it out?
Yeah.
That you can't figure it out?
I need all my English teachers to be listening to this and to come out and tell me what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is the one.
The cast of...
Yeah, you're confusing the two titles.
Emerging titles. Imagine that. This is such a lightweight book to be so big.
Yeah.
What did they do?
I don't know. That's
like magic. So the Montadillo is the one I'm thinking of? But I'm saying Monte Cristo?
Yeah, because this is also the one that's in The Fall of the House of Usher.
Oh, yeah. They
wall up the business partner.
They wall up. So I was thinking it was on the island with the big dangerous game. Most dangerous game. And merged the two books.
They went into a crypt. In the Great
The crypt!
Yeah, the Great Catacombs of Paris.
Catacombs! Is what I was...
Jesus Christ, that is not where you keep wine.
No, it's bodies.
Why did you say wine?
It was a vocabulary word. Clearly, I didn't do very well. I was a straight A student. I'll have y'all know. Just letting everybody know.
Only in tests. Only in theory. I was a C average student, and this is where we're at. Well, I don't know. In high school, I was a B student.
I saw they're making another movie about something, and I was like, oh, I'm going to talk about that on the podcast. And then I forgot what it was. But they're supposed to be turning another book into a movie. I'm a little concerned about all these books going to movies, though.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like they're going to be bad.
They are. I have no hope for them. They are. They're going to be awful. I'm sorry. They messed up. The only good book to movie adaptation I have seen my whole life would be Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And
she was very heavily involved in that.
She was so heavily involved in that, but there were certain things they still had to cut out and stuff.
Speaking of Harry Potter,
TV show's gonna be crap. Sorry.
Yes, but Silas told me that they've casted Snape.
Oh.
Because J.K. Rowling was not pleased with the route they went.
I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
Not touching that one. Anyway.
But that's what, I don't know if it was true or not. I don't know where he was reading that at.
If that is
he
true,
12 and on the internet, so there ain't no telling where he's reading it.
If that is true, I didn't think she had anything to do with the TV one.
I didn't think she did either. He said because of her reaction and due to the outpouring upset of the fans.
Now that one, the only thing I didn't like about it is that, okay, I don't mind if the cast like has people of color or different, I can't say this word, ethnicity.
Oh, he did get fired.
But there are certain characters who they described like very particularly. Like Snape was pale, greasy looking. I mean, and super thin. They got this very attractive looking black man. You don't scream scary, sir. I mean,
well, it's not the J.K. Rowling thing, because she's come out and said on X that she doesn't have the power to fire him, nor would she exercise that right if she did. But yeah, apparently he has officially been let go.
I do feel bad, but like if you had said that Hagrid was black, okay.
Well, that's my thing. Like,
Dumbledore, okay.
I don't care what color a person is, but like when it's, like you said, it's been described.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be just as upset if they described
If they described a black person and they made them white.
and made them white, I would be outraged even as a white person.
I'd be like, that's not what she looks like.
They're not supposed to be that color. That's not who they are.
Like, there's this book called Blood Trials, and I'll have to talk about it on here one day, but it like discusses race in such a way that it's in like a fantasy type way. And she is of color, and it even talks about like mixed race, and of course the guy she's just like, oh, he's kind of cute. He is mixed, and like if they were to make a movie of that, because the writer's even of color, if they were to make a movie of that and made her white, I'd be like, I ain't watching this.
That doesn't make any sense.
Why is she white? Why is she not black?
It should not be white.
It should not be white.
In this day and time, there is no reason that the characters should not be their proper color ring.
Like if you describe a Hispanic or Latino,
they should be
like
that. There's no reason that any of them should not be what they're described to be as.
They're redheads. Leave them as redheads.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep taking all the redheads out.
Yeah, they're hating us, man.
I can't believe you guys are like now considered like even less minority than a lot of other groups.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was just talking about that the other day. I feel like I see more of us now.
You see more of you, but it's only in like collective areas. Yeah. Which is really weird.
We're trying to take over.
Only in certain areas.
In our areas. We've got to spread, Ginger. Spread. Move out!
What's so funny is that like neither of your children have red hair.
I know!
I was really hoping there for a while Raylan would have red hair, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He did not.
No. I'm wondering if they're going to have like red beards, though. Maybe they'll have red beards.
Never seen his beard.
Can you imagine them with red beards?
No, because I imagine like a 12-year-old with a beard. So I can't imagine your sons with beards.
I can't imagine them either.
Because they're 12 and 10. I don't know what they look like as grown men.
It's going to be scary.
They store bodies. Well, I don't call that my wine cellar.
It's a very scary place in there.
Anywho.
So yeah, I do need to go.
Oh, I was going to end this on a particular note. So I will say we're going to have an extra Summerween episode.
Y'all are welcome.
I want to do, Sarah's going to finish her book, and then I want to save this Stephen King book for the last.
Dreamcatcher.
That is not the song. That's called Dreamweaver.
I know, but I had to. It's in my head.
We went, I want to save it as last because I don't know. It's just so, it's such a large, pretty book.
It is pretty.
It's such a large, please excuse the sticker. Anyway, it's such a large, pretty book. Look at it.
Just got her.
I just got it. So pretty.
She's a beauty.
So I really want to save that as last. It's like the hoorah.
So I'm going to find out what happens to this witch this week since I've met her now.
Took a while.
She seems really nice though. I don't know. And then you'll do that one.
And then we'll go back to our regular podcasting.
Sounds so official.
I know, right? I hope you guys are enjoying the YouTube channel. I'm so sorry that last episode didn't get posted until like, what was it? No, Saturday morning.
There was some more technical difficulties.
It took away the video, and I was like, yay! So I had to go back through the whole thing and re-edit the audio and the video. So it took a while, and then of course, life happens. Stick with us. Comment, like, share. As always, we now have YouTube channel. Also, look at my shirt, because I put it on specially for this occasion. We hope you have an amazing Tuesday. Happy Father's Day to those fathers out there, late Father's Day to those fathers out there. We hope you enjoy these fabulous book reviews and recommendations.
Professionals.
We're so professional. We're doing great. Anyway, you have a fantastic week, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.